Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for another moment of Private Transformation Minutes. This is Dala Alfonso, and today is day 21 of 30 on our journey to developing a strong, positive mental attitude. And today we are going to be discussing a very important subject. Today we are discussing the power of feedback, the power of feedback. Now, if you've been a part of this series that we started about 3 weeks ago, you will recognize that attitude is fundamental, is foundational. It is the most critical element that will determine your successes in life. Why? Because things happen to you and I, good, bad, and ugly. But it is how we respond to those events that determine the outcomes and the results that we get in life. And so we've been on this journey to discuss, dissect, and comprehend the different elements or components that make up for a rich mental attitude. So today we're talking about the power of feedback. Now, what is feedback? Feedback is simply the viewpoints or the opinions of others concerning anything that you are engaged in. Now, whatever it is that you do, whoever you are, feedback comes back in two ways. It is positive or it is negative. And too often, most of us are very comfortable with positive feedback because it tends to make us feel good that we're doing the right thing and we're on the right track. But too often than not, most people do not want to touch or even handle negative feedback. As a matter of fact, a lot of people tend to be offended about negative feedback. So why is feedback so important? Why is it so powerful? And that is what I want to discuss with you today. So if you're joining us for the first time, or if you've been one of those who's been following this series for a while, do me a huge favor. Can you go ahead and hit that share button? Invite your friends. Don't just sit here alone and enjoy this thing by yourself. Hit that share button, hit that invite button so that your friends can join us and be able to learn about the power of positive feedback. And if you've not already done so, let me charge you today to make sure that you go onto YouTube and sign up to the Private Transformation Network's channel and also to the Dala Alfonso International channel so that you can be informed when there are new materials that are being posted on YouTube, Facebook, and other social media platforms. So now back to the topic. All right. What is feedback? Feedback is simply the response, the opinion, the viewpoints of others concerning anything that you are engaged in. Now, why is feedback important? Feedback is critical because it helps you see the angles of anything that you are doing that you've been blindsided from. Feedback is a response mechanism that allows you to see the impact that you are making in the lives of the people that you're trying to reach. Feedback is important because without feedback, you do not know if you are succeeding or if you are failing. Feedback is a yardstick for measuring the impact of your engagement or your activities. It doesn't matter if it is business, if it is speaking, if it is ministry, if it is whatever it is that you do. Feedback is a fundamental attitude that you need to develop. Now, most of us are okay, like I said, with positive feedback because it tends to boost your ego. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like, wow, I'm on track. Wow, I am so awesome. I mean, the best thing that happened since a slice of bread. But the thing is that most of us cannot handle negative feedback. But there's so much that it has to offer, which is one of the things that we want to discuss today. Now, why is this critical? Because most oftentimes people get offended by negative feedback. People give up, are discouraged by negative feedback. People quit doing a thing by negative feedback. People lose track simply because of feedback. So, but what I want to do today is to let you know that negative feedback is a good thing. The first thing you have to do with negative feedback is you have to acknowledge that there is a problem. Why? Because you do not have eyes at the back of your head. You do not have eyes on the side of your head. It means that there's an angle to your business or whatever it is that you're doing that you may have been blindsided from. It simply means that there's room for improvement. It simply means that you can do that thing better. It simply means that you have not yet perfected your product. If you ever came to a point where the only feedback you're getting is perfect, good, feedback at all times, then you should be concerned, because it simply means that someone is going to identify gaps in your product, create something that is a solution, and take over that niche market from you. So it is very, very okay to get feedback, especially if it is negative. It informs you as to the things that you need to change. Do not be offended about negative feedback. It depends. Sometimes people don't know how to communicate negative feedback, all right? And it could come across hurtful sometimes, but you know what? Put your pride aside, put your emotions aside. Whatever information that you're getting is supposed to help you become better. It's supposed to help you become more efficient. It's designed to help you become more successful. So make sure you pay attention to negative feedback. Negative feedback is often an indicator that shows you the pains of the people you're trying to reach, and people will pay for value to make any pain go away. So take advantage of negative feedback. Always listen to feedback, because it always tells you where your profiting lies. It always shows you the next platform that you can be able to leverage in order for your products to become cutting edge and become so much better. Now, positive feedback is good, but at the same time, always look for how you can be able to criticize yourself and try to improve on the things that you are already doing. All right. So bottom line is that feedback is a good thing. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever industry you're in, I will encourage you to always ask for feedback. Always develop the habit of asking for feedback. Listen to what people are saying concerning you. Not all feedback is accurate. Not all feedback is perfect. Not all feedback is correct. But the thing that you're looking for are patterns. You're looking for trends. You're looking for similarities in traits that you can say, okay, I've noticed that everyone is complaining about this aspect of my business or this segment of my product. And so it must be something that I have to look at critically in order to address, because by addressing that issue, you have already fixed a problem that most of your clientele are dealing with, and it opens you up to a whole new market, because sometimes people will not give you that feedback. They will not complain about something that is not working, and they'll just walk away. So it is important for you to pay attention to the feedback of feedback that comes your way. All right. So there are huge mistakes that people make. Number one, people ignore feedback. People try not to get feedback. People always look for one reason or the other to shy away from feedback. But feedbacks carry within it plenty of seed that will determine your next level of success. So I want to say thank you so much for joining me for another moment of Private Transformation Minutes. As you know, my name is Dala Alfonso, and please do not take everything that we're saying here as the alpha and omega, meaning that you need to spend some time to go do some research on each subject matter so that you can be able to become proficient at its application. All right. Thank you once again, and I look forward to being with you again same time tomorrow as we continue on number 22 of 30 on our journey to developing a strong, positive mental attitude. Once again, thank you, and please do not forget, yes, I'm talking to you, yes, you, hit that share button. Don't get this to yourself and all by yourself alone. All right. So I will see you again same time tomorrow. Have a fantastic evening.